Okay.
Copy 6 Williams, Queen John, 162 to East Lane, 99 Saturn, 4-door, white and color, one rear plate for evidence. Go ahead.
675, 851, keep going. 94 red, shipping pickup, looking place for evidence. And officer Rivera, 15 at 0543 hours.
It was just like any other night. That night he was sitting back, kicking and sipping some Bud Lights. Stressed out from the week, just trying to unwind. Only God knows why he decided to drive to the liquor store. But he done it before, just a couple blocks north, and he left on fourth. But this time he made the turn and he failed to stop and nailed the ground high using the crosswalk. He slammed on the brakes, stunned and started to shake. He opened the door, blood stains splattered the paint. The man was in pain, he looked him right in the face. But it was too late, he was slipping away. And that moment of silence when he closed his eyelids was cut short by the sharp sound of the sirens. How could this happen? Lights flashing around him, squeezing the man's hand. That's how they found him. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Grandma, Joe in Atlanta, Mom, Dad, and Chad all packed the van up and hit the open road. They were headed for the cabin. Little did they know that would never happen. Jason and Stacy were drunk out their faces, headed in the opposite way on Highway 6, smoking reefer, sipping cans of brewski, swerving, speeding, and acting goofy. Jay dropped his joint on the floor and looked down, swerved out and hit the family's bed. He came to in a hospital bed with police all around and his rights were read. Jason was arrested, the only survivor. The rest died from impact, wreckage, and fire. 8 lives lost from a stupid decision. Guilt-ridden Jay now lives in a prison. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down.
All right, what's up, you guys? So I did an event Friday at a high school, and I was speaking at this event. Well, before my speech, every 15-minute speeches, I found out that right here I stay right here close by to Highway 99 here in Modesto. And about 20 minutes from here going into Stockton, there was March 30th. So last Thursday, March 30th, my speech was the 31st on a Friday. So the night before, there was all right, so let me just go in order. So there was an accident that happened northbound 99. It was a 3-car accident. A car rear-ended another car. I'm not going to give too much details. Not going to get into details. I'm just going to give the facts, which the details are facts too. So anyways, it happened to be a 3-car accident, and 4 people wind up passing away because of it. Now, come to find out, it was caused, through the witnesses, it was caused, the main car that was at fault was a DUI driver. And in this case, the DUI driver passed away as well. I'm not going to go into details from the newspaper the next day who had passed away in it. They just say it's either way, regardless of who passed away, it's sad. It's real sad. 4 people passed away, so now that's 4 different family members, or in this case, 3 different family members. But they just say there was kids. It's all the way around. Somebody's kids, somebody's parents, somebody's cousins, somebody's brothers, all because of a drunk driver. This drunk driver decided to drive and rear-ended another car, and wound up being 3 cars involved. 4 people wound up passing away, including the drunk driver. Now, almost at the exact same time, on the opposite side, southbound 99, and it's almost the same freeway, almost at the exact same time, just the opposite side of the actual accident itself. A car must have been paying attention to the accident, but turned around and crashed into the wall. And that driver didn't survive. So now that's 5 people that passed away. But unfortunately, that driver that ran into the wall, come to find out, he was drunk as well. So 2 DUI drivers passed away, both at fault. The one on the opposite side was a single car, but he was drunk. He must have been paying attention to the actual accident. He went into the wall, he lost control, and he died as well. So March 30th, I'm not sure if it was March 1st, it was past midnight, or I know they were saying it was Thursday night. I don't remember exactly what the newspaper clipping said. So 5 people wind up passing away, 2 drunk drivers, 2 different cars, 2 different accidents. But so later on that day, later on Friday, after I got back from speaking, and I found out, exactly what happened, and all that stuff. My cousin calls me, and my cousin was telling me that he's seen the whole accident. He's seen the whole accident. He didn't see the single car because he was paying too much attention, but he did say that it's a trip because he's seeing some diesels in front of him blocking off the lanes. Wasn't letting cars pass them up. He said he was about 100 yards behind the diesels, but the diesels had the flashes on. They weren't letting cars pass them up. And then an officer came and lit them up. They pulled over. Well, they didn't pull over, but one stopped, and the other ones, went on to the side, and the cop passed them up. So that might have been where the other car was at, the single car accident, but he was too busy paying attention to the opposite side, the big accident. Now, at the time he was telling me, he didn't know it was because of a drunk driver, of drunk drivers. He had no clue it was because of drunk drivers. Now, the funny thing is that my cousin, a couple years ago, had 2 DUIs. And this is before well, been longer, a couple years, but you figure my accident happened in 2018, September 2018. It was before my accident. He had got these DUIs. And since my accident, he doesn't drink and drive no more. So he was actually designated driver that night. And he was actually designated driver that night. And he had woke up my other cousin, his brother. He had woke him up. He goes, look at that accident. And I guess his brother, being buzzed, they were, I guess, on the way back from Reno, and being buzzed, he had woke up and looked. He goes, it's not that bad. Well, come to find out, that accident they were looking at, 4 people passed away in that accident. And them not knowing, on the right-hand side of them, there was a car that ran into the wall, and that person passed away. So the 3-car accident was caused from the witnesses from the car that rear-ended the SUV, and the car that rear-ended the SUV that caused the 3-car accident, he passed away, and he was the drunk driver. So, but he was the only drunk driver in his car, from as far as I know. And on the same side they were on, a car lost control and went into the wall, and he died. And he was also a drunk driver. So, just sad moments, just sad moments. And, just something I had to share with you guys. And the crazy thing is that I found out the day I was giving my speech, and of course, if you look back at my video, it's called my DUI 911 dispatch or 911 call, and it gives a little bit of my story. I got hit by a drunk driver. I wasn't supposed to live. I medically I am a miracle. Literally, medically, I'm a miracle, and I live. I survive, and that's why I'm completely blind now. But I taught myself how to DJ, so I'm doing something positive out of my situation. So I'm just here now. I'm trying to raise awareness of drinking and driving, and so I'll get on here and I'll tell stories like today. For the most part, this channel right here is a positive channel. I get on, I play music. So anybody wants to get on and listen when I get on live and play music, join the chat room. Help my channel out, help my channel grow. You join the chat room, but make sure you keep it positive. Make sure when you join the chat room, you keep it positive. Make sure enjoy the fun. I got my YouTube family. Now it's being called the Dream Team. Yes, we're here. The Dream Team is here. No, so join the Dream Team and get into the chat and join my live. I'll play older music, and I'll play pretty much anything that people request. But so far, the only thing that's been requested is pretty much 90s, 80s, hip hop, old school, oldies. I play different genres of oldies. I haven't been on because, unfortunately, part of the ripple effect, we live check by check, trying to survive, and our Wi-Fi went off. So, drinking and driving doesn't affect just one person. Like I always say, you're not guaranteed to make it home. There's been many cases I know of people personally that just was about 4 houses down, and instead of walking home, they decided they want to get in their car and drive 4 houses down and totaled off their brand new car right into a light post. And luckily that light post was there because they would have went right into a house, and who knows what would have happened. So, you're not guaranteed to make it from point A to point B no matter where you're at. You could drive drunk 1,000 times. It just takes that one time. It just takes that one time. And in this case, on northbound 99, going into Stockton, because of a drunk driver, 4 people passed away. On the very opposite side, around the exact same time, another drunk driver might have been looking at the accident, might have lost control. I don't know what happened to that, but ran into the wall and he died. So 5 people died same night around the exact same time. 2 of them were drinking and driving. So just, another sad moment. And, I found this out during the, time I was giving right before I went up there to give my speech about my story. And, I love when I do events, public events, when I do the high schools, trying to break, the young adults, trying not to get them into bad habits before they start the bad habits. I get a lot of positive results back. I get a lot of people, coming up. I just get a lot of positive results back, and knowing that I'm making a difference actually makes me feel better, and it makes it all worth it for me. It really does. So, anyways, you guys, I'm out. Remember, and this is something that I always stress, and even more so now because of every day. It happens every day. But for example, this last Thursday, which is just the one I heard about. There's more. Listening to Scanners last weekend, I heard about more DUIs. But you're not guaranteed to make it home. And I tell this at the schools. I tell my morning routine. In my personal morning routine was I woke up every morning to get up and go to work. I had to be to work an hour early. That was just my routine. That was just me as a worker. And before I went to work, I got up. My daughter used to walk in. This is part of my speech, but it's the truth. My speech, which I don't call it speech because I can't look at a paper. I just speak from the heart. and I hope I say the right words to the right crowd. But my speech, my story is the same, But part of my story is that I wake up, which is the truth. It's the truth. It is my story, but it's particularly pertaining to that exact morning, uh, where pretty much I was supposed to be just a memory, but I'm making new memories. So, anyways, uh, and part of my story, I tell my morning routine when I have them wake up, when I have them open their eyes, have them picture the routine. Then when they open their eyes, I'm standing there with my leg off, and my prosthetic sitting right next to me, but I'm standing up there with one leg. And then I go into, and I say, this reenactment you see is my family's reality. The video plays, and I start telling my morning routine, and pretty much, I say, I woke up my daughter because she used to walk in and sleep on the edge of the bed, knowing that I would wake her up and lay on my side of the bed, and which is the truth. I'm trying to make a long story short here, and I tell them, she said, "I love you." I told her I love you too, and that's the last time I ever see my daughter's face, her smile. And then, I go on my wife's side of bed and I woke her up, told her, I love you. I love you. I'm going to work now. And she gave me like a half smile, half asleep, said, "I love you too." And then as I'm walking away, she tells me, "Be safe." And that was an everyday morning routine, every morning routine for us. And, I say, that's the last time I seen her face, her smile, the very last time I see my wife. As a matter of fact, that was the last face I've ever seen. So, but I make it a point to, when I have them imagine their morning routine, I make it a point to sit there and say, before you leave your house, did you give your loved ones a hug? Did you give them a kiss? Did you tell them I love you? Can you remember what they were wearing? Can you remember their smile? Then I pause for a second and I ask them, can you see it? Then I go on and I say, and I have them wind up opening their eyes, and that's when I'm standing there with my leg off right next to me, standing up there with one leg. And then I give my morning routine. So that's why I always stress it after every video here, after every live, after every video. And I want to stay here to end it, and I want to play the rest of this song. Please listen to the words of this song. If you want, go back and listen to the beginning of the words. This 911 you hear in the background is part of my dispatch the morning of my incident. And I call it an incident because it could have been prevented. It was not an accident. Somebody's selfish act, is the reason why I'm here. Is the reason why I didn't make it work. But listen to the words of the song. The song ain't one of those songs that, oh, that's a beat. That song's sick. Nah, but if you listen to the word and the message, it's a powerful story, and it's happening every day. So I want to go ahead and end it here, you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good day. I'll be back on playing music as soon as I get my Wi-Fi back up. And remember, you guys, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house, because you're not guaranteed to make it home. Be a blessing, stay blessed, and I'm out.
Copy 6 William, Queen Dawn, 162 to East Lane, 99 Saturn, 4-door, white and color, one rear plate for evidence. Go ahead.
6675, Union 1, keep going. 94 red, shipping pickup, link for evidence, and Officer Cabrera, 15 at 0543 hours.
Next time you're drunk and you pick up the keys, I hope you take a second to remember this beat. If you don't, then you drive and somebody does die. I warned you, fair and square, don't be surprised. I know you think you're tough on the liquor and stuff, but it's too late when you wake up, crippled and hunched. My friend stuck in the chair, you can't tell me it's fair. He can't even speak, so his message I share. It's a breath of fresh air to know something you care. I'm clearing the air, so take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you ready to stand up to anyone, anywhere, planning to drive drunk? All I can ask is that you follow this task before another mother has to cry, holler, and gasp. All because you had to suck a couple bottles back and drive away. Now she'll never get a daughter back. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. hear him scream now. Put the damn keys down. It's not too late yet. Better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now. Put the damn keys down. Call 911.
So for heavy loss of Garcia was booked for DUI 98.